Hello, dear students. Today we shall learn mm, about the atom. What is atom? Actually, an atom is the smallest particle of an element that may or may not exist independently and retain all its chemical properties. It means that, for example, if we have a sheet of iron, and this iron is a element, and the smallest particle of this element, which constitutes the sheet or whole the structure, it is known as atom. Is the smallest particle, atom, and it can exist in uh, it can exist independently. That means one iron atom, or it cannot, or it may combine with other these atoms. Mostly all these atoms do not exist independently, but they exist in the form of compounds, in the form of molecules. Atoms are very small in size. They are very small and up to the level and smaller than anything we can imagine. We can imagine that the small is the thing which is like this. It is not small, it is much more smaller than our imagination, which we can think, or compared with, or which we think that the atom can be compared with the smallest thing. That means sand particle, small sand particle, or small dust particle which suspends in the air. That also, that imagination also fails in the consideration of the atom, because it is very smaller than our imagination. If we consider the atom, usually the atom is a circular thing having nucleus in the center, and mostly the outer surface is considered the electron cloud. That means the probable electron cloud. Probable electron cloud. Probable electron cloud. That means up to the level which the electrons are present. For example, the atom having, for example, this is the hydrogen atom. The electron is present up to this level. That means from nucleus, from middle of the nucleus up to the this level, this is known as radius. Radius of the element. That means atomic radius. The radius of an atom is measured in nanometers. It is actually measured in nanometer, or you can say in angstroms. What is nanometer, or what are angstroms? For example, if we divide the meter scale, actually the meter, it is the SI unit of length. We can divide the meter scale into millimeter, into centimeter. For example, 1 meter is equal to 10 raised power 3 millimeters. It means that 1 millimeter is equal to 10 raised power minus 3 meters. 1 meter is equal to 10 raised power 3 millimeter. Or you can convert this, 1 millimeter is equal to 10 raised power minus 3 meters. Now again, this scale is like that. 1 micrometer is equal to 10 raised power minus 6 meters. Like that, 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised power minus 9 meters. And 1 angstrom is equal to 10 raised power minus 10 meters. It is the scale through which you can imagine the size of the atom, or you can say radius of the atom. I have given the radius of some atoms, like usually atomic radius is measured in nanometers. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised power minus 9 meters. That means 1 meter is equal to 10 raised power 9 nanometer. 10 raised power 9 meter means 1 and 9 0. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. That means 1 is 10 is 100,000, 10 lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore, and million. If you can imagine this, the radius of the atom. Now, atomic radius of different elements. For example, hydrogen is having 0.53 angstrom, carbon is having 0.67 angstrom, nitrogen is having 0.56 angstrom, oxygen is having 0.48 angstrom, magnesium is having 1.45 angstrom, calcium is having 1.94 angstrom, and these are some atomic radii of elements. Now these atoms, the symbols of atoms, that means these atoms are represented in the form of symbols. We cannot write hydrogen like this in the chemical reaction, but we can represent these elements in the form of symbols, and these symbols known as our symbols of atoms are represented by letters. That means the letters in the English dictionary ABCD, these elements are represented by these letters, and some elements are represented by one letter. For example, hydrogen is represented by one letter H, carbon is represented by one letter C, and that one letter, some elements are represented by one letter while others are represented by two letters. For example, magnesium, Mg, magnesium. These that means those atoms which are represented by single letter, the single letter should be in the capital form, and those elements which are represented in represented by two letters, the first letter should be of capital and the second letter should be smaller. It should be in small letter. Examples are elements and symbols: hydrogen H, helium He. That means first one is capital and second one is smaller. Nitrogen N, potassium K, and bromine Br, capital B and small r. These are the symbols of some atoms. You can remember the symbol of all elements, 118 elements in the periodic table, and I hope that you will learn about the maximum number of symbols in the atoms in the periodic table. Thank you.